Okay, I am so super excited today. I am so happy that all of you are here. We have some awesome prizes and everything. But one of the things that I wanted to introduce you to is I get a lot of questions every single week, probably, and people ask me, like, how do you do what you do? I have 3 kids, I run Madly Learning, and I'm teaching. Now I'm teaching part-time, but I'm still teaching. And people are like, how do you do it? And it's because I have a team. And it's today that I am so excited because I am going to bring my team onto our live call, into our party, and they are going to help us celebrate. And I am so excited about having them on so that you can see who these amazing people are that are part of the Madly Learning team that help get all of this done. So we are going to introduce you to very first, she's in our green room. She's ready to go. I hope we can hear her. It's Madison! Hi, Madison! This is Madison. She is part of the Madly Learning content team, and she helps us get all of our stuff done. She has been with Madly Learning for, I think it's a year, is it not? It's almost a year.
Yes, it's coming up on a year exactly.
Yes. So Madison joined me. She answered a plea in our Facebook group, I think, and said, who wants to help out with Ignited Literacy? And she jumped in and was like, I'm totally in it. I'm in it to win it. And she has been with our team for almost a year, and she has helped to write some of the lessons for grade 6 science, as well as the 5-6 Ignited Literacy program. So if you own any of those, you have seen some of her handiwork as she has been working really hard over the last year to help get everything out that we know teachers in our community need. So welcome, Madison.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
So tell us, so I told people what you have done for Madly Learning. Tell us a little bit about you as a teacher. So who are you?
So this year I was fully online, I work for York Region District School Board, and I taught grade 4 online. Next year I'm currently tentatively teaching grade 5 because we all know that's probably going to change by September.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We can all plan, but I don't know if that
years now. Yeah. Beginning of my career, I've taught pretty much every grade all the way up to grade 8. So yeah, and on my off time, we just got a puppy, and I love to play with Levi and work out and be outdoors. So I'm happy to be here. I'm so excited, and I'm really grateful this year's over. I won't lie.
Yeah. And if you think I'm busy, I mean, you should check out all of the things this lady does. Like, holy moly, fitness classes, dog mom, like running, like little cross stitch business. Like, I tell you, you have more happening in your life than I do in mine. And I thought I was busy. I thought I was busy.
I know. I'm happy. I'm excited to take a little break this summer.
I know. Do you have any big plans for the summer?
No, honestly, cottage with the dog, working for you, and just relaxing.
All right. One of the questions that came in was, what type of puppy do you have?
I have a golden doodle. Now, let me see. He just went outside.
She's so cute.
He is when he's being a good boy. Where are you? It's also like, it was just pouring rain here. Oh, here he is. Can you still see me?
Yeah, we can see you. All right, we're going to see the dog, the beautiful, beautiful doggy, because so cute. So cute.
Levi!
I know, Levi is so cute.
You got a really nice haircut.
Yes, he got his summer haircut so he can go swimming in the lake. Yeah, that's Levi. We get to see Levi sometimes being a brat during our many Zoom calls, because sometimes he likes to do that. He likes to jump up and get in the way. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, here he is. A little bit of a devil.
That's okay. Yeah. Kids are just like that. Students are just like that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting a taste of it.
So tell me about your time teaching. I keep thinking there's got to be something I'm always someone who's like, there's got to be something that we can take away from this, right? Like, we got to take some type of positive thing about this? Like, is there anything positive I think you can take away from this online learning that we have been thrust
Honestly,
into?
yeah, there's two things. And we talked about this in my school's meeting today. What positive came for the students and what positive came for you? So for me, I learned that I can be really resilient and I can adapt to changes quickly. 3 different classes online, and I started September in class and was told with 2 days notice that I would be moving online and had to pack up my room. So it was devastating, of course, but I learned, to go with the flow, and we're kind of having to do that in all aspects of teaching nowadays. And I also learned just how resilient the students are. Like, I got really lucky with the class I ended up with. They were absolutely amazing. I had to tell them to stop talking because they just loved being involved so much, right? So I think that the relationships I was able to build through a webcam, and half of them not even seeing their faces because we know they all didn't turn their cameras on,
Yeah, totally.
was amazing. Yeah. And I really enjoyed that part of it. I really missed the face-to-face, but just the fact that I was still able to make connections with kids I've never met was just amazing to me.
Yeah, I found that interesting. Like, even my own kids and their ability to like still maintain friendships and things like that. And I was listening to some teachers that were back in the school today that had been remote for the whole year, and they were like, the first 2 months was terrible, terrible, terrible. Like, it was horrendous. And particularly this teacher was teaching kindergarten. So like, props to all of our kindergarten teachers. I was at home with a kindergartner, and like, holy moly, they deserve like all of the credit right now. But
100.
yeah, they were saying like the one comment she made was she was actually impressed at how much growth her students made online because they didn't have all the social distractions and they had a ton of parental support. So those ones in particular, not all kids had parental support, but
no.
It'll, yeah, for sure. I'm loving some of the comments that are coming into of things that other people, what positive thing they took away, like patience.
Yes.
Patience, learning how to just adapt on the fly. Because we all know that we tried to make that thing that we had in our head that was a really cool idea work. And then it like didn't work at all. It didn't work. And you had to be like,
more often than not.
Yeah, you couldn't just like flip. Like, if you're in the classroom, you can like just flip sometimes a little bit easier to be like, okay, everybody pull out your books and start reading while I figure this out. But you couldn't really do that online. So yeah, I think being able to like your bag of tricks got a little bit bigger, I think, this year. And what else do we have people saying here? New and improved confidence in many online tools. Yeah, I'm wondering how.
Well, we had to learn them so quickly.
Yeah, I'm wondering how much more digital we are going to be. Like, are we going to actually be able to stay in our paper diet budget? Like, those schools that you put like the code on your report card or on your photocopy budget? I wonder how many of us are going to be like better stewards of not using so much paper. I don't know.
That always scares me.
Yeah.
We luckily don't have that at my school, but if we did, I would be in trouble.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I have no idea. I just walked into my new school today for the first time. It is a storage room. My classroom is a storage room in a 90-year-old building. I mean, it is a classroom. It's an actual classroom. It just currently is being a storage room. Yeah. Oh God, I couldn't imagine actually going into a real storage room. I know I've heard it
honestly,
but yeah, no, we've definitely learned a ton. Being tech savvy is a huge advantage, and all of the Facebook groups, yes, relying on others has definitely helped as well. Well, we have a few more team members that have jumped into the waiting room, so I'm going to add them into the chat here. We will see. I don't know what happens when I click. I have a little blue button on my screen that says add. I don't know where they're going to go. So let's see what happens. Let's see. There's Margaret and Lisa.
Hi,
guys. Welcome. Welcome.
Lisa.
Yeah. Speaking of being tech savvy, I am on my phone. Oh, am I on my phone? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm kind of on my phone trying to get my computer to work right now.
It's always the case. See, now this is why we have Margaret. Margaret, if you have sent me an
Yeah.
email, if you've had technical difficulties, if you've ever found a broken link on madlylearning.com, you may notice that those links are getting fixed and repaired because Margaret, where are you on my screen? Here you are. Margaret is the lady that comes in and helps to organize all of the things, so that we can get back to you. So if you've ever sent us an email and you notice there was a Margaret name at the bottom, this is Margaret, everybody. So welcome.
Hi, everyone.
So one of the things I was asking Madison when she was on was, Margaret helps us with all the things. So tell us, Margaret, you are a teacher. You help us with all the things, but you also have the benefit for us is the fact that you yourself are a teacher. So helping us is an amazing thing because you come at it from the knowledge of a teacher. So tell us about you as a teacher.
Okay, so hi, everyone. I am Margaret. I am a new teacher. I actually work in the same school board as Patty. So we work together, sort of.
Sort of. It just so happened to
I'm
work
hoping-
out that way.
Yeah, and I'm hoping there isn't too much of a delay because there's a little bit of delay on my end here.
You're good for me, I think. You'll
Okay.
see a delay depending on where you're broadcasting from because we've got all the broadcasting today.
Yeah, well, I also live in a basement. This way.
Mhm. Something, I don't know. I don't know where it is. Yeah.
You go behind me.
Mhm.
That is ground level, people.
Yes. Yes.
So I am what I call the gremlin in the basement. I take care of the website. I take care of the links. I got into this actually because of COVID. I lost my other job because everyone knows when you first become a teacher, it's not your only job. Like you can't. There's no
No, not at the
consistency in
beginning.
summers. And so anyone who's a new teacher or, can remember the days of being a new teacher, you remember having more than one job. And then with COVID, I lost my other job. So I started this. And I've been working with the Madly Learning team since September, and you guys have been awesome.
Yeah, it's been really fun. And I feel so much more organized with you here. So if anyone has noticed, if you've noticed that like your emails get answered faster or I somehow appear to be more organized, it's not me. It's not me. Some of these guys, I'm a hot mess. So it's the team for sure. And yes, Alexis, the same thing, right? Like beginning teachers, not only have you had the stress of constantly, I've had job security this year and since that I've got enough seniority, so I haven't been as adjusted or readjusted and reorged 1,700 times this year. But for all of our brand new teachers that have been in this, it's not even brand new. It's teachers that are like less than 6 years or more. Like we're still talking experienced teachers here that depending on your seniority or your FTE, you are constantly being thrust into new positions or what somebody said today, the dog's breakfast of teaching. Where you are literally teaching like any subject in any class. And on top of that, if you happen to be those prep coverage teachers, literally dealing with the anxiety of having to go to different classes every period in the middle of a pandemic. And I don't know about you, but I know masks are great, but there's still that voice in the back of my head that's like, is this going to be enough? Do I need to like triple, quadruple mask this in order for me to like, I rub the sanitizer on my hands to the point where they're like red and gross. And like, these are the realities that I don't think I ever considered before coming a teacher is like, this is what my life is going to be like for sure.
Or even just like, speaking of masks, like our board, we only are allowed to use like the blue masks. Yeah. I had made so many cute masks for September. Was anyone else with me on this? Where like they had like little designs and little like faces on them. And I was like, I teach elementary and I teach music. There's like music notes on the cheek. And then I wear a blue one every day.
Yeah, I know. And I think how many people like spend money.
Blue.
Yeah, you made them. I would have spent the money on them and then been like, I can't wear them. Or in my household, they go in the mask drawer and then I never see them again. They're gone. I don't know where they go. They're like socks. Masks are like socks. And I literally, like, we were cleaning out the van and like there's masks. And I'm like, where were these? Like, what is going on? Yeah, there's masks.
At least you found
everywhere.
them.
What's that?
At least you found them.
I know, but I think I have like 4 masks and I swear I bought like 48. So I don't think those are great odds. But hey, only blue and only the shield provided. Yeah, that shield was something else too.
Oh.
The shield,
Yeah,
like,
did you guys have like the foam piece or did you have the plastic piece?
I had both. So initially I had the foam and then I had the plastic piece. Thankfully, my job meant that I had an office, so I could take it off when I was in my office with the door closed and no kids. So I could take it off. So that was a bit of a respite. But oh my goodness. Yeah, we've got a lot of people that are like, I was in this job and then I was switched to this job and switched to this job for sure. Oh, we've got people answering questions in there. So that's not me. I see my face answering questions, but it's Sean. Sean's answering questions. It's either Sean or it could be Katrina too. There's other people. I eventually got permission to buy our own goggles instead of the shields. Yeah, we were given goggles as well, but apparently they weren't. The
goggles don't fit over my glasses.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is why I don't teach science, because they don't fit.
You need to get the prescription goggles.
I do. I mean, these already are like Coke bottle thick as it is, so really there's not much difference.
Yeah, it looked like Minions all day long. Yeah, this is the new obsession too. In my house is Minions, so like I feel like a Minion all day, and then I come home and watch like 18 Minion movies over and over and over again. So that's, yeah, I can feel you on that one. Minion goggles, and maybe in like next year or the year after we can start like seeing people's faces. I will be honest, one of the weirdest things was like I would pull down my mask and then a teacher would be like, I know you. Because they only see me from here up. And then, or I posted a photo on my Instagram of me in a mask and they were like, I recognized you on your Instagram because I had a mask on. The weirdest things, right? Like these are the weirdest things. But so Margaret is here. She helps us with all of the things. So if you send us an email, you will definitely probably hear from Margaret. If you don't hear from Sean, he will also be responding to some emails. But we also have Lisa, who's this way, over here, over opposite of where I am. Yeah, on our content team. So she is helping. She helps along with Madison. She writes some of our lesson plans. So she's been working on grade 6 science. She was working on our 3-4 Ignited Literacy program. So if you own the Ignited Literacy program for 3-4, you would have seen some of her handiwork. And she's been working on grade 6 science and grade 6 social studies. It's coming because I need it myself. So her and I are working hard on that grade 6 social studies, but no joke that those 2 units are the hardest to write. They are so big and so complex. So for sure, they have been hard. So Lisa, tell us a little bit about your life as a teacher. Oh yeah, we got more animals too.
He's screaming at me at my feet.
Oh, hold on, Lisa, I muted. There you go.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. Tell us about you as a teacher, Lisa.
Okay, so I taught for 30 years, mainly in obviously the junior grades. Yay! I hate to say I'm retired because I'm not really retired. I'm not. I do occasional teaching. In fact, because of COVID, I just finished today, yay, like you guys, an LTO, because we were asked to teach more days than we're usually allowed. Usually as a retired teacher, you're allowed 50 days, but because of COVID, they had us working at 90 plus. So I did an LTO. And I spend most of my time in the junior years, but with some primary and actually quite a bit of intermediate experience all over the place. You know, of course, 30 years, long time. So regular classroom, library. I actually was an itinerant literacy teacher. oh my goodness, art, music, you name it. In 30 years, you will do it all. I love change. I think change is healthy, and I've seen a lot of curriculums come and go. But I had a friend refer me to the job posting with Patty, and I applied, and I have just loved it. I've been with the company, well, with Patty since I think the end of October, I want to say.
Yep, October.
And I can't believe how much we've done since then, like the Ignited Literacy and the science unit. And you're right, the social studies unit, man. It's huge.
Yeah, if anyone's wondered why that's taking longer, well, I can tell you I have rewritten some of the grade 6 portions of the communities in Canada. So not global identity, but I've literally rewritten those lessons like 8 times. 8 times. Like they better be good, but like 8 times. And I probably still won't be like, I'll still want to go back and like, oh, I could, but I have to stop myself. I'm like, I gotta get this out. I'm gonna need it. So we gotta do that. Lisa and Margaret both work in the same school board as I do. Total coincidence. In fact, Lisa's students this year are my former babies. They're my former students. We found that out. I have someone trying to break in my office right now. Handy hint, if you have an office, install a lock. It's very handy for many reasons, but install a lock. Yeah, we found that out that she was teaching some of my former students. They were my like test babies for Ignited Literacy. So they were the first ones before we launched it. They were the first ones. So hopefully that, you know, they're great readers and writers. That's always the goal. But yeah, that was an interesting find, is figuring out that we had actually both taught. She was currently teaching, and those were my former students, which is so, what a weird coincidence, because we never, like, I didn't know when you came on and we met in the interview when you came and joined the team. I had no idea you were even like local. Like literally she lives like 10 minutes away from me, which is like super, super awesome. Super awesome.
Yeah, I had no idea either. And yes, the kids were so excited when I went back and said I knew Patty, well, not Mrs. You know, they were so excited, and okay, I didn't know if I was allowed to say it. They were so excited that I knew you. So they had a lot of fond memories of the year with you. And yes, of course, they are excellent readers and writers, even in a second language.
That's right. Yes, you taught them French, which I can take no credit for, none, because I don't speak it, read it, write it, do much with it.
Do much with it. Skills are totally, you know what? It's all about the skills, and they're totally transferable.
Yeah, we had a comment. It would be great to see the effect. I agree with you. It would be. One of the things that I didn't get a chance to see was because my kids would leave me to go to a new school after I had them. So I had them the last year, and then they went off to middle school. But my new position, they stay, and they get to stay in the same hallway. So I'm in the intermediate hallway, so they'll come to me, and then I see them as they turn into intermediate monsters. No, I mean, I say that lovingly, but
you say that lovingly.
Lovingly, but grade 7 is like, whew, no joke.
Yeah, grade 7. I don't know why it's always grade 7.
It is.
Yeah, grade 7's a rough. It's a rough year. It's a rough year for sure.
I agree.
Yeah, it's a hard one. It's a hard one, and the curriculum is hard too.
Yes. And as a parent, it's hard as well. I remember grade 7 not as fondly as other years.
Oh, don't tell me that. I've got like 3.
Sorry.
2 more years. 2 more years before I hit that one. Another team member here. This is Katrina, y'all. I don't know why I said y'all, because I've been wanting to say it, and then I held back, and then I didn't. Katrina is helping us out with our social media. So if you are in our Madly Learning Facebook group, the Teaching with Madly Learning Facebook group, then you would have seen some of her posts recently, as she's there to help get us engaged and talking and keeping us working. Every single person on this screen, oh, she left. I don't know where she went to. Maybe she'll come back. But every person on the screen actually is a Hamilton employee. So
she didn't want to be on the screen for whatever you were going to say.
Oh, I know. She's like, go away. Go away. So Katrina, I met Katrina because she showed up one day at my school in the classroom across the hall in a French immersion classroom that she doesn't speak French. So y'all figure that one out. That was fun. But she managed. I don't know how one would manage teaching French when you don't speak French to a French immersion class, but she did. And we've been friends ever since. And so I asked her to come and join us and help us out with our social media. And I mean, she can probably spill all the tea about what my classroom looks like there, Margaret. She can let you know how wonderful and beautiful it was. Right, Katrina? Oh, she's frozen.
I was going to say, she's being awfully quiet.
I know. She's not quiet. She's not quiet at all.
I think I made it. I made it.
Look, everyone. It's Katrina again for the 18th time.
Yes, I gave up on my laptop and switched to my phone, and that seems to have done the trick.
There you go. There you go. Okay, Katrina. So I've told everybody that you worked with me and you were so super impressed with my organizational skills. And no, not even a little bit.
I can't confirm nor deny the organization of Patty's room. I think I was actually I'm an LTO, OT. I'm with the same board as well. And I just came back this year I was off for a year on mat leave. So I just came back and I ended up actually back at the school that I met Patty at. And I was talking to one of our old coworkers today, and she always described her room as organized chaos.
Oh yeah.
And not Patty's room, but this teacher's room. And I think that would definitely be like the way I would describe Patty's room as well, was organized chaos, but also like you could always tell there was a lot of learning going on and a lot of fun and a lot of hands-on. And I saw a couple of your old students today when we were doing device drop-off and gift swap. And they definitely missed you at Dundana and whatnot and whatever schools that you had them at. But it was working with Patty was definitely an adventure. It was a wild ride. Like she said, I was teaching a grade 4 FI class. I speak like bonjour and that's about it. And other than that, for the most part, I don't speak any French. So that was a really fun year. It was a lot of fun. I was very thankful to definitely have Patty right across the hall from me. She also was really fortunate when I was there. Her room had this like secret supply room, and it was like the best thing ever. She had the closet. So quite often we would like be hiding in the closet, eating our sour dog bone candies, hiding from our students, because that's just what you do to get through the day. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm now on helping Patty with the social media, and it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna spice it up a little bit and hit you on like the TikTok. We're coming for you.
Everyone, Katrina keeps pushing me to do TikTok. So guess what? Madly Learning has a TikTok channel. Yeah. Yay! I don't know.
And if you don't follow Madly Learning, you should follow and you should watch all her videos and like them so I can continue to tell her that I was right.
Yeah, she's really reveling in that. I will tell you funny story.
You can even duet them. Yes, you can duet them. Oh, I should go duet you.
You should. You should duet me.
Yeah,
if
I'm gonna do it.
We have had one go viral, the little bulletin board behind there. That one, well, it's gone viral for me, so I'm happy with it. Yeah, there's ones that have, yeah, I love the bulletin board. Yeah, that's this one, everyone. Like those are trifold boards. They're up there for sure. I'll tell you a funny story about that closet. So I had an opportunity to have meetings with the president of Teachers Pay Teachers. But of course, I was advising them on something or other. And I had to have meetings during my prep because they were only available. So I was having a meeting during my prep, but I didn't want people to like walk in my classroom. So I literally hid in the closet. So now the big joke is every time I'm chatting with Joe. His name is Joe. Anytime I'm chatting with Joe, he's like, "Oh, you're not in your closet. You're not in the closet." Every time. Because it was just it was literally a storage closet that had 2 doors that I could lock. It was also a great place to change on parent-teacher interview nights because it's not a
that's
gross
always
bathroom, right? So, because you wear your like comfy teaching clothes and then you like want to look all fancy for parent-teacher interview night. So I would like change in there, and they locked.
Comfy clothes, that's an interesting word choice for wearing Uggs all year. See, you brought it up. I wasn't going to bring it up, but you had to bring it up. So here's an interesting fact about Miss Patty Firth and her Madly Learning. She has these beautiful Uggs that they are not like name brand Uggs. She likes to find like the cheapest version she can find, the $10 Walmart brown Ugg boots, and she wears them from the start of the year till the end of the year, and we call them her school slippers. And I died every time. And I remember I came back after the summer of my LTO, and like it was the first day of school, and she's like, "I got new school slippers," and I was like, "Yay!"
I still have them, and I have no shame. They are so comfortable, and I will wear them. It's also why I never do the Feet Up Friday, because they're always really like the Feet Up Friday photos on like Instagram, because number one, there's weird like feet people on Instagram, but also it's because my shoes are so embarrassing. Like they're so bad, but they're so comfortable. So I don't care.
Yes.
I don't care. I don't have to I don't have to worry about my socks matching because they're all covered and they fit my enormous feet, because I have size 11 and a half feet. 11
Yes,
and a half.
Oh,
They're
goodness.
enormous. So, I mean, I like myself.
I feel you. I feel you.
I like shoes, but not at school. I like my school slippers. And I didn't bring those out during ESL because I literally had to like be presentable to other people. But maybe when I go back into the classroom in September, I think the school slippers are coming back. They're coming back, and they're coming back with a vengeance. And I don't care. I don't care. You're right. It is a uniform.
Yeah.
It's my uniform. Okay, unless somebody can mention that there are like other ones.
Well, I'm going to try
more comfortable.
Crocs.
Ew, no.
Crocs
are
always a good one.
No.
I had last year, so I was at another school before my mat leave, and I had slides, like just like slide on sandals. And I always had like 4 pairs of shoes in my class. I had like my knee-high fancy black boots, which were like oh my God, I'm getting called into the principal's office for an emergency meeting. I need to look somewhat decent. Let's throw those on. I had my slide-on shoes. I had my rain boots, like my Hunters. And then I had running shoes because I never knew when I was going to need running shoes. And then when it was the end of the year, my husband helped me unpack my car, and he's like, "Why are there 4 pairs of shoes? You only have 2 feet." And I was like, well, you never know what life's going to give you as a teacher. You need multiple options. And I think that's how most teachers' closets are. Like if you go into, as a supply teacher, like the best thing about supply teaching is like lurking. You can like go in and you get to be like, you're like, ooh, what do they have set up? How is their day like organized? And get to check out like all the other stuff. And like, I love it because I get to get different ideas. Right? Like, and so you like open up the closet, but like as an LTO, the closet can also be your biggest nightmare, which I've definitely experienced. And I always see that there is like 1,000 pairs of shoes in your closet. And I think that's just kind of like one of the things that we hoard as teachers. Like we hoard books, we hoard pens and staplers and hole punchers and previous like other junk and weird things like McDonald's Happy Meal toys, because you never know when you're going to need them. But like, I think shoes are part of the things that we also as teachers. That's my justification when I tell my husband and like I have 4 pairs of shoes.
Especially with supply.
I'm going to make it.
Like I find like
I make a few people
because you never know. You could show up and suddenly be teaching gym and you're wearing high-heeled like winter boots.
I do have a pair of Blundstones, and of course they're the rainbow ones because like they have to be fun.
Oh yes.
I couldn't. So they're the rainbow Blundstones, which I did wear. That's what I was wearing this year, not my school slippers. But like, is there anything more comfortable than just teaching in slippers? Like, I don't think so. That's my personal. Someone asked how tall I am. I am 5'11", 5'10" and a half, 5'11". I don't know. I think I'm shrinking, but I'm tall. I'm tall.
She's tall.
I'm actually the shortest in my family.
Oh,
Wow.
My brother is 6'5" and looks like a linebacker, and my mom is 6 feet, and my dad is just, well, when I was growing up, he was taller than I was, but maybe he's shrunk. I don't know. But where my dad and I he's slightly taller than I am, and Sean's taller than I am. Sean is taller than I am in heels. That is the requirement. So when I buy shoes, I don't, well, there are some that I'm taller, but yeah. So you pictured 5'5".
I am 5 foot.
Yeah.
I'm only 5
Lisa's a
foot.
little shorter.
I'm like
Team tall.
Patty's definitely great to have around when you're trying to swap out those bulletin board creations.
Yes.
She's definitely very handy for those moments.
Yeah.
Because I'm also very short.
Yeah. I think it's
and I can also
oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I can also confirm that the whole color scheme that Patty does have behind her is still evident in the classrooms that she has previously taught in. I sent her, so she left the school I was at, I guess, like this teaching year.
Yeah, this past
and I sent her some pictures yesterday, and her bulletin boards that with the borders and everything are literally the exact same. And then the class that she was in before that class, I sent her a picture. They still have her organization up on the wall as well. So it's just funny because it is what you see behind her is actually what she uses at school.
I brought home my bucket of borders. So I have a whole Rubbermaid container of borders. So I've got a bucket of borders. And now I just have to make sure my new teaching partner is like cool with pink. So here's hoping she's cool with pink.
I love it.
You know the icing containers that you get for like cake decorating and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, those perfectly fit the borders. So I always strip the label off and take a little piece and tape it to the outside. And then I like roll it up and I put it inside and put the lid on it.
That's so much better than like.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
Or the paper clips. I always paper clip mine and then they just go bling.
Yeah. Mine are still like, so I went shopping at a border store on my drive through the States, like clearly pre-pandemic in Kentucky. And Sean was on a work call. And I think I spent like hours. I think I was in there for hours. I literally had the borders in the store on the floor, like which combination of like 3 or 2 borders. I think they wanted me to leave, but I bought so much border that I've now been able to do 2.5 classrooms and leave the borders up. And I think I have enough for my classroom next year as well to contain. So 3 classrooms worth of borders, because I thought that wasn't going to be enough. So I clearly need to measure things like perimeter.
I feel like you need to tell me about the store, Patty.
I don't know. It was literally like
give me the store.
I literally just said, Sean, we were driving from Tennessee home. And I was like, every time we get to a new state, I was like, where's the closest teacher supply store to the interstate? I was like, good, we're going to stop here. There's a Target and a teacher supply store. So we are going to stop because their borders, like you think Scholar's Choice had a good selection of borders?
Yeah.
No, this place is
like Target, my friend at the back to school season, she's in Florida. She will mail me like a giant box of back to school like classroom decoration stuff that's like $20 total. And it's like this giant box of stuff from Target.
Yeah.
So, and then I was just going to add Karen in the chat's asking where you can buy like borders from to get the colors you want. If the border opens up and we are able to travel again, Hobby Lobby is my go-to for borders and classroom supplies and other useless junk that I don't need in my house, but that's besides the point. Hobby Lobby is a really great place to find borders as well. And a lot of them, just like Patty's are behind her, I know hers are double-sided as well, and so are the ones at Hobby Lobby. Double-sided is awesome because you can just flip them over and you have like a whole new classroom look. And Patty, I do also wanted to let you know that the teacher that you left the borders up for has gone to a new school and has taken some of your borders with them. So your border style is continuing on in other schools now as well.
Yay, it lives on. It lives on. Yeah, I would
Yes,
honestly,
Alexis, hobby lobby is danger.
if you haven't, the benefit of getting your second needle is if we don't have to quarantine when we go teacher back to school shopping, we can go with our vaccine just so that we can cross the border, get our teacher supplies and then come back. Yeah, and he's not a teacher, everyone. He is not a teacher. He would not ever walk into an elementary classroom. Nope, he would walk in and then he would be escorted out. He wouldn't have been there long enough to even have the box to put his stuff in. It's not the job, but he does a great job at making sure that everything makes sense, and that if you have ever seen a blue link in a resource or a table of contents, you can thank him, because those are what he makes sure they all have, so you can find what you need inside a product. Yeah, I need him because he's not a teacher. I don't know, 2 teacher households, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it for sure. Yeah, more dings. So thank you to everyone who has joined us today for the party. We wish you the most relaxing and most respite, because you deserve it. It has been a year and a half. I think we've just done 3 years in the span of 18 months, it feels like. It comes down to, if you made it through this year and the fact that you are still here, you are still standing, and you plan on continuing to teach or be in education in some sense, you have won. You have won because you made it. And literally, I think if we can do this, we can pretty much do anything. I am so forever grateful for every single one of you that is in this community. You inspire me, you motivate me to continue to make products, to expand to different grade levels, to different subjects, to make sure that you don't have to do all of that yourself. I have an amazing team that helps make sure that Madly Learning can take the stress and the time back so that you are not up until 11 or 2 o'clock. Let's be honest, 2 o'clock in the morning, doing all of this planning for a brand new grade, for a brand new subject. And I would not be able to do it without my team, and I would not be able to do it without the support and community that has been built with Madly Learning. It is completely the most motivating experience as a teacher that I think I have ever had. And it makes me want to keep teaching, and makes me want to keep going back day after day, because I know that I want to be a part of this community, not just somebody who's making resources, but I actually want to be teaching just like you and working at it and going through all of the craziness at the same time. So thank you to everybody for joining me. Thank you to my amazing team. I literally could not ask for a better group of people to call part of the Madly Learning family. And I am forever grateful for every single one of you. So thank you. And happy summer. Enjoy it. Go find a beach somewhere, and a margarita, and a pool, a cottage, I don't know, a room with a lock on it that no one else can come in, like something. Go find somewhere to just take your time back and enjoy. And congratulations, you made it. So thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Cheers to you. And thanks for coming to the party.